For people with seasonal allergies, spring isn't always the most welcome time of year.
Sarah Macedonor sat down with an allergist from SSM Health to find out just how you can manage your symptoms this year.
I'm joined by Dr. Julia Thorson for this segment of Wellness Wednesday. She's here to help us through the itchy eyes and runny noses that some of us may be seeing over the next couple months. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So the first thing I want to talk about is just generally, why is it important to manage seasonal allergies just off the bat?
You know, when the weather gets warm, we've been cooped up inside. We just want to be able to go outside and enjoy it. And when you have allergies, those symptoms can make it very uncomfortable. So managing your allergies can make being outside much more enjoyable.
And, you know, my sister actually has asthma, and so it's always been really crucial, right, to be managing allergy symptoms for people who have maybe some respiratory illnesses or, you know, some sort of affliction, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's talk about medication. So for those who take allergy medication, when should they start?
So there are certain medications that work better when you take them ahead of time. So particularly nasal sprays like Flonase or Nasacort, those take about 2 weeks to take effect.
Okay.
So starting them about 2 weeks before your seasonal symptoms start is better. Other medications like oral antihistamines or allergy eye drops, those work okay on demand, and so using them when you're having symptoms is fine.
Okay, great. How do you feel about allergy shots? I know some people might want to get rid of the symptoms for good, and so do you think that's an effective treatment option?
Yeah, so allergy shots work great. They're very helpful for people who have symptoms that are not controlled with medications. Of course, we start with medications first to see if they can control them. The thing about allergy shots is they take about a year to take full effect, and so they're not going to work for this season, but they might be something to use for the following season.
So how can we, this is kind of moving off the medical now into kind of lifestyle, how can we make our homes a little bit more manageable when it comes to allergens there?
Yeah, so of course the medications are there to help the symptoms, but if we can avoid the exposure itself, that's obviously ideal. So there's things that we can do to, from a behavior standpoint, but there's also things that we can do to our home. So things like dust mite covers for our mattress and pillow, vacuuming our house regularly with a HEPA filter. If you're changing out your flooring, instead of going with carpet, go with like hardwood or tile. You can also keep the windows closed. If you're outside, especially on a pollen heavy day, you might want to take off your shoes before you track pollens into the home. Some people even change their clothes so they're not bringing pollens into the house as well.
Well, I have pretty bad seasonal allergies, and the window trick is so helpful. I know on the days when I have my window open, like in my bedroom, and then I go to bed at the end of the day and I just left it open all day, I'm just suffering. So that is key, absolutely. Well, Dr. Thorson, thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate these tips.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.